Alright, well, we are having some successes, and I think I'm on the verge of getting this seat out, so bear with me. I'll just struggle a bit more for you. Oh, that's what we like. Good job's a quick job. Alright, now this guy spent the last week sort of spraying them with CRC and then heating them up and then hitting them again and then literally hitting them again and then some more CRC, and eventually they gave up, which is good because we needed to make just a little bit of headway. Would be great. Got the other two on the door side out after a bit of swearing and struggling, and thought I would just save the victory lap to share with you guys. As you can see, I like to do things the hard way. And there we go. Alright, hopefully this will just come right out. Knowing me, probably not. But, you know, that's how we do. Okay. Hopefully this just pops right out. It's feeling pretty good. Just tilt it forward. Yes. That, my friends, is a result. Not liked. That's the state of it under the passenger seat. Let's clear this all out and take a real good look, and then maybe try and take that out as well. Awesome. Yeah, I took my time getting everything out, chuck it in the bin, got a scraper, vacuumed it all, just tried to pick up any screws and bolts that I found. There's plenty of stuff in the bottom of this thing, but yeah, I was super stoked to make some headway with this and get the seat out. Makes a big difference, feeling like I'm getting somewhere. Right, so there is the floor in passenger side in all of its glory. Like, to be honest, there's enough edge around all of it that I'll be able to unpack that pretty nicely, and well, someone will be. I don't know if I'll be able to do it because it all depends on what the certified repairer says, but it looks better than it looks, basically. I know I sound like the optimist, but you know, there's you know, like that flange edge is there. So, you know, if it was all the way gone to the edges, that would be bad. I mean, you know, that's probably about the worst of it. But even then there's still an edge. So yep, happy about that. And just for shits and giggles, like, clearly they need to be trimmed, yada yada yada, but there are the pans for this side. Cool. yeah, basically got to the point where I needed to drill these ones out. They just weren't coming. They got rounded off and were just not going to come. So got the drill out and made the best of a bad situation. I just needed to make some headway and get these seats out. Yeah, unfortunate, but I'll just run a tap in them and clean them out, and even if I need to get bigger bolts eventually, it'll be fine. I was pretty happy with how well they came out, to be honest. It was pretty straightforward, just a bit of lubrication and buzzed them out and away we went. Easy. To be honest, they came out pretty easily. Not bad for a bunch of Bunnings tools. Word to treat, really. Thought I was going to have to cut these ones out as well, but no, they just a bit of elbow grease and a bit of leverage on the Allen key and they came right out. Happy days. Didn't really have much choice. Had to do these by hand with the hand Allen key. Just such an awkward angle. Also, this is one of the first times I'd sort of made use of my microphone stand that I'd modified to hold my iPhone at the right angle. Needs must. Pretty sweet result. Super stoked with that. Both seats out. Managed to get it out not too bad with the help of that drill. Time to give everything a bit of a clean out and it'll come up good. Super stoked with that. Get the vacuum cleaner, give it a nudge. As you can see, I mean, all of the floors need to be replaced. Pretty straightforward. Try and get all the debris out of there and then see what we got to work with. I've got a bit of steering wheel on ice in London. I just need to get it here. I tried to put the doors on and be a bit ambitious. I thought maybe the bolts were the wrong size that I've been told. Turns out maybe the sliding kind of panels and the A-pillar just need to have a tap run through it, and then the bolts will be fine. So I just ended up zip tying the door on, checking out the way it fits. It lined up pretty good. Like, I was pretty happy with that. It just slipped right in. It didn't need any kind of manhandling to make it work. So, you know, hopefully the underlying bodywork is good. You know, this is pretty much the main event though. Like everything in the front here is pretty mangled. the front of the inner wings. They're pushed right in. They're not good. This whole front panel that the bonnet shuts into is bent in all kinds of wrong ways. I tried to sort of heat it up so I could bend it, and tried to sort of pull it out with vice grips and everything, and force it with a car jack, and heat it at the same time, trying to push it out and give it some extra room. I had to push some bracketry out of the way that was holding some of the electronics in, and then pull all of the loom for the front lights and the front indicators and everything away from the inner wings there. I mean, this is Hail Mary stuff. I wasn't really expecting it to work too well. It had a bit of give. Yeah, like a bit, like I think way more heat would probably work, but I'm just dealing with what I've got and just trying to make it fit a little better. Like, ideally I wanted the bonnet to be able to shut into this. The whole underpan, you can see the tow hook right at the bottom in the middle, kind of close to where the cord for the heat gun is. That's attached to a centralized kind of underbody belly pan that the suspension is attached to. That's the main kind of structure underneath there, and the front part of it that runs parallel to the front part of the panel that we're looking at along the bottom. There's parts of that are rusted out, and there's other bits that are not too great looking. So, I don't know if that's true and straight. I don't know if it's any good, but I do know it's got holes in it. And if you look at the passenger wheel, the right hand side wheel, when you're looking straight down the barrel of it, it's slightly off. So I think that pan's not great. So the pan, the two front inner wings that I'm wrenching on now, this one and the other side, you can buy front panels for them that they can be cut off just in front of the wheel. So I need two new ones of those, a new front pan that basically curves up and has the receiver in it, and the belly pan underneath are what's required to basically set the whole front of this car up. Between that and the rear quarter panel, that we'll get to in another video, those are the main bits that are mostly not great. Which, it sounds like a lot, but it's really, I'm not that fazed by it. I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. I mean, it's super ugly, and sure, people that know what they're looking at probably think I'm an idiot, which is fine, because I am sometimes. But look, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If this was easy, everybody would do it. The fact is, a wreck like this just doesn't exist in this country, so I had to import it, and I'm just doing the best I've got with the limited resources I have right now. Yeah, so back to the heat gun. Basically, I think coming up, you see me put a jack in there, and you can see quite a lot of flex with the jack. I probably should have just left the jack in it overnight and then come back to it and heated it some more, and hopefully it would have moved it a fair bit. I'm just basically doing this kind of stuff after work, a couple of hours each night. I'm in a pretty cramped space, so I can't be too loud. I can't really cut too much, and at this stage I still haven't even contacted a certified repairer. Since this video, I have made contact with one, and I'm meeting him next week. He'll want to see all of this. I mean, it's fairly brutal. I'm not being too caring about all of this because it's all going to get replaced anyway. I'm just trying to straighten it up a little bit so I can shut the bonnet and put the guards on. It's pretty old steel, and I'm not being very gentle with it. Anyway, you get the idea, so I'm going to put you on time lapse because this might take a while.
Yeah.
he's not wrong. You can see the jack is kind of making the panel breathe in and out here. It's sort of expanding and contracting, which is probably the right course of action. I should have just been more patient with it. Yeah, it's all good. Like, I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? It's worth giving it a go, because as I said, this is all going to get pulled out and replaced, and the body tag will get moved over to the new panel, as will the receiver if there isn't one on it, and there's like a few other bits and pieces. There's like a light switch that I've taken off, and a few other bits, and I was able to sort of work out where the bonnet pull and all that stuff is. Move on to another day, and here is me having picked up 2 guards that I bought from a guy in Cambridge. I was stoked on them. Main Freight hooked it up, and there we go on the car. They're just sort of zip tied loosely in place just to sort of give me a look. Like, I just wanted to see it, you know. And here's a bumper that I had from a pickup in Auckland that I got for a really good price, that I've had stashed away for a few months now. Same with the engine lid. I've had that as well. So as you can see, I'm sort of mocking up all the bits that are bent. I've taken off that rear bumper that was real ugly. I've straightened up the rear panel as best I could. That this bumper needs a little bit of work still. Basically, this is a couple of days after. You can see the panel on the ground. It is pretty mangled. I got it back from that to nearly flat, but it's still really bad. As you can see, that's what it was in the auction, and then this next shot should be the bumper. Oh no, here we go. So I've straightened it out somewhat. It was quite hard. I mean, that's a mile away from where it was. Here's the bumper. That is twisted in every way possible. I managed to straighten it out to that, but it's still quite twisted at the end there. It just needs a little bit more. Yeah, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way towards helping this channel learn how to crawl, so we can learn how to walk and then possibly even run. Cheers.